So you want to get bigger. There's a lot of guys out there that are trying to get bigger, but the thing is you have to figure out exactly what you want by that. So there's two ways to get bigger. Either you're going to build strength or you're going to build muscle mass. So that really what that breaks into is powerlifting versus bodybuilding. Now, both powerlifters and bodybuilders can be massive, more bulky and strong, but typically how it starts is especially for bodybuilding, you get the bigger muscles before you get a lot of the strength, and with powerlifting you get a lot of the strength before you get the bigger muscles. So are you trying to get a lot more strength or a lot more muscle? That's the question. So in order to get a lot more muscle, the best way to do it is to do a mind muscle connection, essentially is what it is. So you want to go with lighter weight, you want to go higher reps, and the reason for this is so that it breaks down the muscle fiber. You want to be able to break down that muscle because then it has to rebuild, and when it rebuilds it gets bigger and bigger. So a lot of times, especially bodybuilders that are just starting out, if they hadn't done strength training in the past, they're typically not as strong, and you'll see them in the gym where they're not lifting a bunch of heavy weight. They're lifting light weight. I mean, you'll see guys with 15-pound dumbbells, 20-pound dumbbells doing curls, and they look like they could probably curl a 100-pound dumbbell. But it's because they're really trying to focus on the squeeze of getting the muscle contracted just right. They want to make sure that they're using just the bicep, just the tricep, just the pecs, whatever it is that they're working out, they want to use just that muscle group. And when you're just using that muscle group, you're able to build that muscle bigger and better for you, at least, better for you, and you're able to sculpt it. And that's the thing with bodybuilding. It's about sculpting the body. It's not so much getting strength. Yes, it's fun to have strength. Especially guys, we like to stroke our ego on the bench, have the biggest bench out there, 3 plates seems to be the golden standard of, or really 2 plates is, but 3 plates means you're just really strong. You're starting to get really strong as far as your chest goes. But anyways, with bodybuilding, it's more about the structure, your body's structure, hence bodybuilding. But then you have powerlifting. Now here's where it's all about strength. Every exercise you do, yes, for the most part, if you're doing squats, you're trying to just use legs. If you're doing back, deadlifts, you're trying to just use back. And if you're doing bench, you're trying to use just your chest for the most part. But especially with bench, you're incorporating triceps in there, so that way you have more drive, you have more power behind that press. With squats, I mean, if that's a little bit harder to use anything else, but you're really using your legs, you're incorporating the legs completely, and it's all about hitting the heaviest weight possible. And yes, this does break down the muscle fibers as well, but you're only doing 5, maybe 8 reps. That's a lot of reps for a power lifter to do 8 reps. So usually you're between 1 and 5 reps, just depending on how heavy you're trying to go. But the thing is, you're trying to train for weight. You're doing weight training at this point. And so this is going to get you a lot stronger. So just depending on if you want to get stronger or you want to build more muscle mass, depends on what kind of workout you want to do. Now, if you're interested in learning more about this, you want to do one or the other, reach out to me at healthyliving.com. I'd love to help you with that. I know I can help you with that. I am a bodybuilder, so if you're wanting to get a little bit hard with this shirt, it's not not a tank or anything, but if you're wanting to get more of a sculpted body, a bulkier body, kind of like I have, bigger, smaller, whatever, we can, obviously that's what I do. I do bodybuilding. I don't do powerlifting. My numbers are not that high, especially for the size I look like. A lot of people would think that I can lift more weights, heavier weights, but I really can't. But let's go down to a lighter weight and I can really rep it out, where these guys that are stronger than me can't rep it out. So it just depends on what you want. Do you want the bulkier muscles or do you want the strength? But really, you can have them both. It just takes time to do both. But typically, you train for one or the other. You're not going to be able to hit, if 315 is your max, obviously you can't, on bench, you can't hit 315 for 15 reps. You got to drop that down. You probably can't even do 215 for 15 reps. Maybe you can, but you know, you've got to drop it down in order to do bodybuilding. So then you're not doing the heavy weight. Now again, if you want to learn more about how to get bigger in the way you want, whether it's strength or physically bigger with your muscles, go to healthyliving.com. You can sign up for a fitness plan, reach out to me, whatever you want to do, and we can help you get in the shape you want. Guys, have a healthy and blessed day.